Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Silver. Showing it.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ready.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
2nd and 6. It's complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And to give this time to the tailback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Go.
On third down, Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Wood. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On second down, it's Wood. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go. Check. Ready. Set, go.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. That one good for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Solid start here on their first drive. A little bit of run, a little bit of pass. Nice run there. Moving it methodically, keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah, exactly right, because people think about a balanced attack, which is what we're seeing here with the runs and the passes, and only from the offense's perspective. But this really messes up a defensive coordinator's play calling. His rhythm is all out of whack because he can't load up against a run or a pass and try and get a big play.
Let's go.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready, ready. 15 lining, 15 lining. He's not going to get me. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line. Ready, ready.
51. Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. Hey, check 20. Boom, boom. Let's go. Check,
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Go out. Be careful. Be careful.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right here, guys. Spike 51. Mike 51.
Back to throw here. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on third and about 14.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Panther first down.
Okay, ready? 57 to Mike. I'm coming.
On first down, it's Wood. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And his pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
51 to Mike.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down.
Hey, let's go. I'm coming up to you. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
59. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it win.
2nd and 13. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
Hey, Zoo.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 51.
They'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Wood. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Wood, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Wood. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set, ready. Third and base, let's go. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill, kill, kill.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Come on, set. 60 out front. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 24. Check 24. Bang, 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 bang. Switch. Go.
Now a give, right side. Wood. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wood. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
You better be ready. Don't be scared, man. Slam.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Get it.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, there he goes, left side, the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Vikings, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check 30.
Pilot, 64, weak. Look, squeeze.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
50, plant.
Mike's 59. Let's get the ball.
Now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Diggs has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Leo. Fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They will start the drive with Scarlett, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Wood. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Down. 50. Plant. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. Check 99. Check 99. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's one. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready, set. 57. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. SOS. Leo. Switch. Let's go. Ready.
They'll run with Scarlett. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Rush in. Squeeze. Get in there.
Second and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Gano's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Ready up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll set up to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On the set.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Who that? Who that? Deuce, 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 deuce. Kill, kill, kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On first down, it's Wood. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Wood. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barrett. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Ready, break. 2. Lock it. 2. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Kill.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 49. Alert flare.
80 weapons. Let's go.
2nd and 10. He's got Smith here. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 6. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go on.
2nd and 11. This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Hey, Charlie.
Mine's 59. Double.
Hit it.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Again, it's Wood. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Echo, then Tucson. 52, watch 52. 52's the mic. They just won. Check 4, check 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Wood. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Leo.
Check 50.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Wood. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. Wood. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check.
On 3rd down. It's Wood. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wood. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Wood. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where
he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Looking to throw. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now they try the right side here. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 21 yards away. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, it's Wood. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 41-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wood. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on, set. 60 out long. Yeah. Go! Here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Alpha.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
Set. Go!
On 3rd down, Wood. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point splits the uprights. That game's gone final, by the way, down in New Orleans. And the Cowboys have wound up winning that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that,